ratchet nails. I feel like I say that every 2 weeks because I'm lazy as hell and I don't get my nails done. Anyways, so today I thought I would do a very Instaglam inspired Valentine's Day tutorial. So this is like my go-to glam when we're going to a big event or a big night out or a big date night. Not that we really have date nights anymore with 2 babies, but so the colors that I did use for the tutorial are from the Naked Ultimate Basics palette, but they're the typical warm matte shades that are found in a lot of different palettes. So you can find these at the drugstore with the CoverGirl True Nudes palette. You can find it in your regular Naked palette, in the original Naked Basics. You can pretty much come up with this look with whatever you have at home. So if you want to see how I did this look, then please keep on watching. So first we're going to prime our skin using the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, and we're just going to pat this into our pores and smear it all around to get a nice smooth surface. Next, using the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Stick Foundation in the shades 245 and 225, I'm going to apply the darker foundation to the outer parts of my face where I would contour and the lighter parts where I would highlight. And I'm also going to use a little color correcting here around my nose and chin because I get super red there. So this just adds a little more definition to the face without having to add too much contour after the fact. You don't even really need to contour if you do this on an everyday basis. Now I'm just blending this in with a synthetic foundation brush. And now I'm just putting some MAC paint pot on my eyes. This is in soft ochre and I have nasty ass nails. Now I'm going to color correct the dark circles under my eyes, just where I have them, nowhere else. There's no need to over color correct. And this is the Naked Peach Corrector from Urban Decay. Forgot to say that. Oopsie. And now I'm going to use the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind, what is it called? Concealer under my eyes. This stuff is really good because it doesn't accentuate your fine lines or wrinkles or anything. So if you're my age or older, then it's really good. It's really good for anyone actually. And then I'm using the Naked Skin Concealer in the shade Light to conceal my chin and nose area because this has a lot more coverage than the under eye concealer. Now I'm just going to pat this all in with a beauty blender. This holds the pigmentation because if I use a brush with this concealer, it just kind of all blends away. So if you use this, I recommend using a beauty blender to pat it in. Next, using the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder, I'm just going to apply this with my beauty blender underneath my eyes. Not doing any extreme baking, just like, I don't know, middle ground baking. Not setting, not super baking, just a little bit of baking. Now I'm going to contour using the Makeup Forever Contour Kit. This stuff is so good. You don't need to do the crazy lines and then blend it all in. You can just blend as you apply. So I'm also doing my forehead because I got a big forehead. Now I'm just dusting away that bake and then applying some bronzer. This one is the natural bronzer from Rimmel. And I'm applying this with a Side brush. These brushes are so good. I always rave about them in my videos. So I'm just applying this where the sun would hit. So my chin, the tops of my cheeks, and then the top of my forehead. And now I'm applying some blush. This is like the best neutral blush shade ever. It is Makeup Geek Spellbound. It's pretty much the only blush that I use right now because it's that good. Now I'm just going to do my eyebrows, and as always, I'm using the Anastasia Medium Brown Dip Brow, and I do have a brow tutorial, so if you can't really see what I'm doing, then you can go check that one out. I will try and link it below, but no promises because I'm kind of bad at doing the description bar. Now I'm just going to set this with the Urban Decay Brow Tamer Clear Brow Gel. Now for the eyeshadow, I'm using the Urban Decay Ultimate Naked Basics palette, which is like the best palette ever. And I'm just going to apply this first shade into my crease as the transition shade, and I'm blending it up and out. Next, applying this nice dark warm brown shade, I'm going to use a small tapered blending brush and apply this right into my crease and blending it into that previous transition shade. So this is going to be a very soft, gentle, blended, smoky cut crease. Not a cut crease, but a soft, gentle one. Because it's Valentine's Day, we don't want anything too harsh, right? Now applying the black shade, I'm using the same brush and I'm just applying this in a V motion on the outer V area of my eyelid. So you can just build this up till it's the pigmentation that you want. I recommend using a little bit at a time so that it doesn't get too crazy. Now we're just gonna blend all that in. This is a Zoeva blending brush, and it's so good. Now using a small smudging brush, I'm just going to apply that black shade right at my lash line on my lower lid. And now working in reverse, I'm using that blending brush again and that darker brown shade, and I'm just blending that out. And then going in again with the original transition shade and blending that out. And then using my finger, I'm using the shade Whimsical by Makeup Geek and applying this just to the blank space on my eyelid. And now I'm going to highlight the inner corner and the brow bone with this highlight shade from the Naked palette. And now I'm going to apply the shade Fortune Teller just on top. And just pack that on until it's the desired opacity, as I always say. And now I'm going to add a wing, which is the Urban Decay Perversion Liner. This is a very, very small brush. This is the razor sharp Perversion Liner. So to do a thick wing, it's not the best liner, but if you want to get right at that lash line, then it's really good. And then apply eyelashes, and that is the finished eye look. Now moving on to lips, I'm going to line my lips using Gerard Cosmetics Ecstasy. So I'm not overlining or anything, I'm just staying right within my lip shape. And then I'm going to blend it down and blend it in so that it's not a super harsh line when you apply your lipstick over top. The lipstick that I'm applying today and every day pretty much is the Anastasia Pure Hollywood Liquid Lipstick. It is my ride or die. And that is the finished look. Or is it? Oh, it's not. We didn't do highlighter. So I'm using the Anastasia So Hollywood highlighter. This is like the most beautiful highlighter. It will work for any skin tone. I am super fair and it works perfect. So to get it super intense, I'm just spritzing it with some setting spray. This one is the Urban Decay All Nighter Spray. And I'm just applying this to the tops of my cheeks and to the high points of my forehead, just above my brow, and obviously my nose because I like to shine bright like a diamond. And that is the finished look, you guys. Okay guys, that is it for today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.